Algebra 2, Set 7, Percent and Equations from Symmetry. So the first thing we'll talk about is percent. There are 4 different versions of percent equations that we've worked with or are working with. The first is fractions. Part A is talking about fractions. What fraction of a number is another number? And then the next 3, so I'm looking at B, C, and D. Let me just get the right color here. So I'm looking at B, C, and D here. These all have to do with percents, so out of 100. So the first way you can do those is do P out of 100, and then of again means times and is means equals. You can write that same equation as a ratio, so P over 100 equals is over of, and then the last one you can write it as a rate times of equals is, and this is the one that I do most often is the rate one, and that's where you turn your percent into a decimal. So for example, you would write 20% as 0.2. So we'll do an example. 18 is 20% of what number? Work the problem and then draw the completed diagram. So 18 is 20% of what number? Again, is means equal. 20% you can write as 0.2, and then of what number, we'll just put that what number as x. So we divide both sides by 0.2, and 0.2 goes into 18 90 times. So your solution is 90. Now, in order to draw the picture, you have a before and an after. Before is always 100%. We have 20% and 80%, and it says that 18 is 20%. Well, we know our total is 90, so our 80% is going to be 72. So there's the drawing of the diagram. Okay, next example, 1500 is what percent of 250? Work the problem and then draw the completed diagram. So you have your first, I'm drawing the picture first this time. So you have your first picture, which is 100% is 250, and then the second picture is 1500, and we need to find what percent that is. Well, 1500 is a lot bigger than 250, and so you have to draw a bigger bubble. So we need to figure out what percent that is, and it's going to be something bigger than 100, quite bigger than 100. So 1500 is for equal what percent of 250? I'm putting the x as a rate, so in the end we're going to have to multiply by 100. So divide both sides by 250, we get 6, but remember we need to multiply it by 100 because it's a rate, so it's 600%. So 1500 is 600% of 250. Just really quick, we'll write it another way. If you don't want to do it as a rate, 1500 is x out of 100 over 250, then you don't have to multiply by 100 at the end. You're just showing it this time. So multiply both sides by 100 over 250 to get x by itself, and we get x is equal to 250 goes into 1500 6 times. 6 times 100 is 600. So it's 600%. Okay, equations from geometry. When you have equations in geometry where you have a degrees plus 10 degrees equals 14 degrees, that's the same as saying a plus 10 equals 14. You don't have to write the degree symbol, just kind of saves you a lot of work. So let's do an example where you have a triangle, the different angles are as shown, and it says find x. So we know that when you add all 3 angles of a triangle, you get 180 degrees. We'll combine like terms, so we get 7x plus 2x plus 6x, and that gives us 15x. And then our constant terms, 18 plus 2 plus 10 is 30. That's all equal to 180. So if we subtract 30 from both sides, 15x equals 150, so x equals 10. We can just check our work really quick. 7 times 10 plus 18 is 88. 2 times 10 plus 2 is 22. And 6 times 10 plus 10 is 70. If we add 88 plus 22 plus 70, we do get 180 degrees. Okay, find x, then find the measure of a small angle and the measure of a large angle. So when you're looking at this, we have 4x plus 33, which represents a large angle, and 3x degrees represents a small angle. Since we have a transversal across parallel lines, we know that the large angle plus the small angle is going to be 180 degrees. So we can just write 4x plus 33 plus 3x equals 180. So we have 7x equals 180 minus 33. 180 minus 33 is 147. Divide both sides by 7 and we get x is equal to 21 degrees. Now it says find the measure of the small angle. The small angle is 3 times x, or 3 times 21, to give us 63. And then we need to find the measure of the large angle, so 4 times 21 plus 33. 4 times 21 is 84, so 84 plus 33 gives us 117 degrees. And when we add 117 and 63, we do get 180. Okay, the measures of angles A, B, C, and D are in the ratio of 1 to 2 to 4 to 2. Find the measure of each angle. So the first thing to do in a problem like this is label the 1x, and you take this ratio 1, 2, 4, and 2, and we put an x with them. So it's 1x, 2x, 4x, and 2x, and they go with their corresponding angles. Now that they have an x with them, we can see that they're on a straight angle, so 1x plus 2x plus 4x plus 2x all have to equal 180 degrees. So 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 9, so 9x equals 180, so x equals 20 degrees. So from that, if x is 20, 2x is 40, 4x is 80, and 2x again is 40, so our solution is as shown.